pessoal, aqui quem fala é o V e bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Fallout 4 aqui do canal do VS. Nossa, deu uma engasgada aqui. E no último episódio aí a gente foi construir essa máquina aqui, que a gente vai tentar se teletransportar para dentro eu esqueci o nome lá do laboratório lá do instituto. Como eu não sei o que me aguarda, eu vou deixar o Dogmeat e vou levar um outro personagem comigo, um que cause dano, né? Que eu não sei, e ele me deixou bem alertado aqui. A gente não sabe o que vai, o que nos aguarda do outro lado, né, do portal. Então vamos pegar aqui alguém que dê dano, né? Não sei se eu levo o cara que também é esse humanoide aí, esse sintético, Valentine. Acho que eu vou levar ele, hein? A Pipe eu tô com um relacionamento no máximo com ela também, mas eu não sei até que ponto o dano, né, vai interferir. Vamos procurar aqui o Valentine. Gente, olha o tanto de armadura que eu fui achando no caminho aí, ó. Tem uma armadura aqui que é considerada uma das melhores aí, a M alguma coisa, né? Cadê? Já tem armadura. Uma dessas aí, cara. Uma coisa é certa. Deixa eu só ver aqui. Acho que é essa aqui, ó. X1. Tem duas. Uma incompleta, né? Bem, vamos procurar aqui o Sr. Valentine. Aí vamos lá, rapaz. Vou falar aqui com a...
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. You in or are you out? Make up your mind.
E aí?
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Que isso, gente? Uou, vem em mim troféu. Bem, agora aqui o entregador. Uou, vamos lá, vamos dar uma explorada por alto só aqui, ó.
Hello.
Simpáticos.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
Que isso?
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Só pra eu entender. Sean?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenge.
Caramba, cara.
Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Não consigo apontar a arma pra ele.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, Your tenacity and dedication.
Cara, que trama é
It's
essa,
good
hein?
to finally meet you.
Vou
After
dizer
all
pra
this
vocês, hein?
time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Mentira. Eu acho que não é mentira, na verdade, né?
After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth, think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute
Você só
believed
matou sua mãe,
humanity's
né, cara?
future
Como é que você
depended.
pode aceitar
At
isso?
that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate.
Eu não duvido mesmo, não, porque... só que tem uma coisa que agora eu fiquei intrigado, hein?
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see
Agora eu
the
fiquei
point of
intrigado,
any of
porque o
this.
Kellogg, sei lá o nome dele, o cara que sequestrou o
The
Sean
Institute
e matou a mãe
endeavored to
dele,
create synthetic organics.
se passaram 60 anos e ele já era adulto, quando eu fui matar ele, ele tinha que ser tipo idoso,
Plenty
né?
of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupt.
Como é que o Sean ele envelheceu e o outro cara não, o cara que sequestrou não?
Radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts
Agora eu
to
tô
shield
revendo meus
themselves
conceitos,
from the
hein? Não
world.
tô achando que ele seja o Sean de verdade não, hein?
Another source was necessary, but then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I don't believe you. There's no way any of this is true.
I wish there was something to say. I know this isn't what you wanted, but it's the only truth I can offer you.
You're my son? Then prove it. Now.
I've already told you how I came to be here. I don't know what further proof I can offer that would convince you.
Caramba, eu não sei o que
I've
perguntar,
shown you
entendeu?
the rest. Your weapons haven't been confiscated, and I stand unarmed before you. Please, let's just talk.
E agora, converso ou quero sair? Vamos conversar, né?
All right. Let's talk then.
I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg é o nome do cara.
He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute
Tá, dos males o menor, então.
vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan.
Ah, agora
He never
explicado
failed
aí.
the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount
Sei.
of revenge. What else?
Pode
can
falar
I
que foi
say?
vocês que
To ease your mind.
organizaram.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage?
Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the
Nossa, ali
loss.
no lado esquerdo, pra mim, ali tá piscando estranho, né?
But I've
Pensei
done
até
my
que era da
best to
televisão aqui, mas
live my life.
é do
For
jogo,
many
hein?
years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret, and asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else?
Tipo,
can
o
I
filho do
say?
cara é mais velho que ele.
Ease your mind.
So you're in
Ah,
charge
já
of the
estamos
Institute?
ouvindo tudo, né?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Ah, por que você?
Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity
Caramba,
to
meu.
help with that.
Intrigante.
Thank you. Isn't that what you want?
Colocar talvez.
I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know, and I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
E agora, hein? Eu vim pra destruir os caras.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do
Mas
have
parece que os
humanity's
dentes
best
debaixo
interest
dele
at
tá
heart.
saindo pra fora
Take
da
that
boca.
chance.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work
Cara, tudo
together.
aqui tá indicando que eu tenho que aceitar, viu?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ao in SRD.
Putz, meu, agora eu não sei, viu?
Dr. Holdren in
Opa.
bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Tá. Cara, é o seguinte. Não lembro como guarda a arma. Beleza, vamos lá. Bem, até onde eu lembro aqui, eu tenho que falar com essa doutora Lee aí, pedir pra ela voltar para o pessoal lá da Irmandade do Aço, né? Eu preciso também achar o laboratório biológico aqui para poder conseguir a cura daquele super mutante lá que é inteligentão lá.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not
Whoa.
authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
Ah, vou falar.
Regain the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lions let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs there.
Na verdade, estamos todos aqui, todos estamos sendo manipulados pelo jeito, hein?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I
Caramba,
turn
pelo
my
menos eu tô
back on all
conseguindo
of this?
persuadir ela em todas. Vê
Your
aí.
work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you.
Caramba, cara. Agora eu tô pensando, e agora? Será que a Irmandade do Aço é que na verdade é a vilã?
Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you
Bem,
have
preciso
other
ainda
things to
achar a
do.
cura dos supermutantes. Eu preciso achar a cura dos supermutantes. Se eu conseguir o antídoto, eu vou voltar lá porque o Irvine foi peça fundamental para conseguir.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time.
Puxando o saco dele na esperança de ganhar o antídoto,
Have
né?
you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Vamos ver aqui. Caramba, cara, vamos ver aqui nos dados. Insira o holodisco. Tá. Vamos ver então aqui. Ah, os gorilas que ele comentou aqui, ó.
Gorilla project is showing promising results.
O ruim é que é tudo muito longo, né?
Report anything suspicious to the
Redefined.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions.
É, cara. Toma cuidado que eu sou o principal.
I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me.
Caramba, cara grosso, hein?
A third generation synth assigned to operate.
O cara tá brabo.
Esse
cara tá brabo.
Reclaimed synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you can tell me already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I guess I just got lucky.
That's hardly helpful. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
É, porque senão eu vou ficar aqui conversando, né, gente? A vontade que eu tinha era de passar por todas as conversas possíveis, né? Mas a gente já tá mais de meia hora aí, pô. Tá difícil.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Hey there.
Hello. It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Tá, vamos aqui então ver agora. Vou deixar só o fora da rede pra gente ver onde que é.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Acho que eu já tinha que ter feito isso assim que eu cheguei, né? Não é possível. Alguma coisa está muito errada, cara. Agora, quem será o cara que tá me manipulando? Será que é a Irmandade do Aço ou será que é esse pessoal aqui do Instituto, hein? Bem, retenção de sintético. Será que agora eu virei uma ameaça? Pasta. Não, pasta não precisa. Tá, e agora como é que eu faço? Vamos ver aqui no mapa. Vamos ver aqui se eu consigo, ó. Eu tenho aqui o instituto para vir, mas eu tenho que vir aqui no mapa. Tenho a mínima ideia de como faz a viagem ali, então vamos fazer a viagem rápida, né? Pelo menos isso a gente tem. Cara, agora eu tô com o pé atrás, viu? Será que a Irmandade do Aço tá me utilizando, cara? Tá me usando aqui nessa guerra? Ou será que o pessoal da Irmandade ali tá... Da Irmandade não, né? Aí. Calma aí, calma aí. Cadê? Vou ter que confiar, cara.
Here's your
Vou
holotape,
confiar.
Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the signal interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
So we were just shooting in the dark?
That's the best we could come up with on such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to
Gente,
see
uma hora de conversa, hein, já.
no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details. Good luck, Knight.
Hora da rede completada. Perfeito. Agora aqui a gente vai voltar aqui. Dados. Retenção de sintéticos e por dentro. Eu tenho que falar com o Madison. O Madison tá lá em cima.
Have you ever fired a minigun?
Tá, vamos ver aqui o que eu consigo. Eu não sei onde tá o negócio ali. Eu vou fazer a viagem rápida já, né? Aparentemente ele tá lá em cima no Zeppelin. Aí. Pera aí. Cara, eu acho que eu tinha que ter aceitado o negócio do... É igual a primeira vez que eu encontrei a Irmandade do Aço. E eu não ficava aceitando e não conseguia progredir no jogo.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
E aí, rapaz?
Proctor Ingram?
I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile. Every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
I assume you can fix that?
I wish it was that simple. If this happened to one of the robots on the Pridwin, they'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with this power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Tá. Agora a gente vai falar com a doutora Lee, é isso? Cara, parece aquele robô do dia que a Terra parou. Vamos lá. A doutora Lee tá por aqui em algum lugar.
Doctor.
That is all. If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
You may not like the Brotherhood, but the people of the Commonwealth shouldn't have to suffer.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
E aí? Ele leva e traz, hein?
Proctor.
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
É verdade.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, well, you're full of surprises, aren't you? What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Even if you know what the actuators are, you still need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, you need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Beleza. Bem, esse vídeo tá gigantesco. A gente fez muita coisa. Vou ter que me esforçar aí para dar uma editada e diminuir bastante esse vídeo. Mas isso aí, pessoal. Fomos lá na Irmandade do Aço. Eles conseguiram teletransportar para dentro do Instituto. No Instituto tivemos uma surpresa onde o líder é a pessoa que a gente está procurando, que é o Shaw, filho desse personagem principal. Agora eu tô na dúvida de quem tá manipulando quem, né? Se é a Irmandade... Uma coisa é certa, eu tô aqui mais vendido do que qualquer coisa. Como eu não sei quem é que tá manipulando e quem é o vilão de verdade, se é a Irmandade do Aço ou se é o Instituto, por enquanto vamos seguir aqui as missões que eu tenho, né? Pelas escolhas que eu fiz, a gente tá ajudando a Irmandade do Aço até o momento, né? Como os itens aí pra pegar pelo jeito vai ser meio chato, eu acho que eu vou pegar no offline. E quando for para completar a missão, aí eu começo a filmar, a pegar o próximo vídeo, né? Bem, pessoal, muito obrigado para quem ficou até agora. Se você gostou do vídeo, deixa o seu like. Se não for inscrito, se inscreva e dê aquela força pro canal. E até o próximo vídeo de Fallout 4 e falou!